Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm Shika, your conscious mentor, and today I will be going over the top 5 things that you need to know about this Leo new moon on August 8th, 2021. Now, this isn't any normal new moon. This is a very powerful, fiery, just super opening moon. And the reason why is because on the 8th, it's not only the new moon, but it's also the Lion's Gate. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about that more in the top things that you need to know. And why I'm doing this video a little bit earlier is because I really want you to hone into this most powerful and probably the most manifesting days of the year. So I'm really excited to go into this video. Before we get into the video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe, as well as put notification bells. I do new videos every single week, and I do new moon and full moon energy videos every month for you guys, as well as we will be meeting back here on August 8th. Yes, on the day of the Leo new moon, as well as Lion's Gate, to help you hone into that energy. And I will be doing a live energy healing and meditation here on the channel. So that information will be all down below for you guys, and make sure you put the reminders so you do not miss it. And today's subscriber of the day is Audra. Thank you so much for being part of this family. I love you guys so much. Let's get into this fiery, liony moon. I'm so excited. So if this is your first time here, what I usually do is I hold space to talk about the top 5 things about this new moon, or whatever the new moon is, so the new moon in Leo. And I will also be intuitively pulling out cards that align with every point that I hold space for, channeling in space. And today I felt really called to give this nice vibe. I know you can't see it because of the lighting, but I have my dim lights going on. I got my nice big bundle of sage. I got my incense, my candle, like all that going on. And then I also have my cards here laid out, ready to channel all that you need to know about this Leo new moon. First off, any Leos out there, let me know down below if you are a Leo moon, a Leo sun, or even a Leo rising. This is your time where you're going to be seeing it. And even if you aren't a Leo, all in all, we all have different parts and different signs in all of our birth chart, and it's going to affect all of us. But let's get into the juiciness of what you need to know. So the first thing about this is the Leo lying activation portal is opening up, and this is the Lion's Gate. This is a day during this new moon on August 8th, 2021, when we have activation to open and enter into a portal, an energetic portal, that whole day where we can go into our DNA and hold space to release anything that does not serve us ancestrally, emotionally, or from this lifetime. It's almost like someone wiped off whatever from the past and it no longer holds karma to you anymore. Crazy, right? So during this time, we are going into our soul print. We have full practice into this space. And if you guys know, I do energy healing, and this is kind of the space where I usually work into like Akashic records and going into that alignment. And if you have the opportunity, which you will because you're coming on the August 8th, I will hold space to allow you to open that and to release what you need to really honor the new moon. So it's all about new energy, new intention. What is holding me back? Okay, so like, what is holding me back into this realm? What blocks do I have? This is a great time to do a clearing. If you want to get a clearing done, if you want to do a healing clearing, this is a great time to do it. Even doing a self-clearing such as smudging sage, which is probably why I intuitively brought my bundle of beautiful sacred sage to the space. I just felt like it's more of a clearing, it's a releasing, it's kind of a sacred channel for our ancestors, and I definitely see that. And as I say that, I feel called to pull out a card. This is a great time for higher realms. So during this Leo new moon on August 8th, 2021, this is also a time where you're going to have connection to cosmic beings, ancestors, people such as that have passed away. This is also a time where you might even meet people that have passed away that you've never met. I've been meeting such interesting guides and people coming to the space. So let's see what cards we have here. As soon as I said that, whoa, this is gonna make sense in a second. So we have chaos, conflict, soulmates, and not for you. So let's start with chaos and conflict here. So this card is really just saying that, like, we have to understand that, you know, we're releasing the chaos that has happened for generations. Some of you guys are in this playing field in this lifetime to not only heal yourself, but you're here to heal generations before you. And I know how it feels because I'm in that same space. But with the 3-3 number on this chaos and conflict card, it's telling me what things have you just been like, it just keeps on coming up this year. And I want you to just think about it. Write it down right now during this video. Like, what are some things that you have not been able to overcome? Maybe for you, it's boundaries, setting boundaries for people in your family. Maybe it's understanding the relationship of money and not being fearful of it. Maybe for some of you guys, it's opening your heart to soulmates, which the soulmate card came up for some of you. So I want you to know soulmates isn't only just like relationships. Soulmates can also be like soulmates in work, soulmates in your love life, soulmates in friendships. We have various different types of soulmates, and the beautiful part about soulmates in our lifetime is they're meant to open our heart. It doesn't mean that every soulmate is meant to be in our life our whole lifetime, but it is meant that they open us. So ask yourself, is there ways that maybe during this time, during the Lion's Gate, that you can actually open up your heart more to your partner if you are in a relationship? Or if you're single, what are some ways that your trust issues? Leos, you got your pride, I know it, let the tiger roar, you guys have that passion, but when someone cuts you off, you guys get mad and you create chaos. That's the chaos and conflict. You get mad, you get like, whoa, did you just hurt me like this? I'm not taking this, right? And if you know what I'm saying, nod your head because I know you are. But all this to say is for us to hold space, we have to come to an agreement. We have to come to it. And I'm not saying lower your standards. We're not talking about that. No, we're not saying that. What we're saying is, how can I open myself into trust? How can I finally allow that passion to allow me to hold into my intuition, to connect with these higher realms during the Lion's Gate, during this portal, and to get some more clarity of how I can open my heart more? How can I feel more safe in my heart? What are some things that need to shift? What does spirit need to clear here? What is not for you? So this is another thing too. Simply if you are still kind of lost and you're like, Shika, I still don't know what is meant for me during this Leo, new moon and what's coming up. During the portal, this is one of my favorite shadow work prompts is, what is not for me, please release it and let it go. Any cords that are no longer serving me, no longer in the best interest of me and my being, please release it. Please let it go because it no longer serves me. And when I can hold space for that, everything else releases. So this is a beautiful one. I really think this is amazing. Again, please, please, please put the reminder on and make sure you like the video as well. It makes a big difference, but put the reminder on so you don't miss this because we're entering this portal. I'm gonna help you. We're gonna activate that. We're gonna release it. We're gonna let go of this DNA, okay? We don't need to allow ourselves to repeat generational trauma. We don't need to allow your story has to be a story that repeats again. Let's end it. And like, there have been things that have been coming up during the 2021 that during the Leo new moon is going to come up in the forefront for you. So let's do that. The second thing that you need to know about this Leo new moon on August 8th, 2021 is that it is time to know about your love language. So I don't know if you guys know what your love language is. If you know what it is, let me know down below. I know my love language. Mine is physical touch, words of affirmation. Yes, I like to be told of appreciation. It's something that helps well. And the second one, physical touch, words of affirmation, and I'm missing the other one. If I remember, I'll put it here for you guys if you're interested in knowing my love language. But for me, these are the main things that help me. And if you don't know what it is, I will leave you a link down below so you can do the test. It's free and you can find out what your love language is because it is important. It allows you to hold space, to open up your heart and communicate with your friends, with your family, with your partners, future partners, current partners, any person, even at work. Like, I feel like everyone needs to know what their love language, because at the end of the day, consciousness is conscious love. It's like the consciousness, the heightness, the highest like enlightenment, what you all are working towards is conscious love. It's the highest vibration of energy. And when we can hold space for that, we have to understand that that is love, right? So if we don't know our whole life, what is our love language? How can we know how we need to improve as a being? And an interesting fact about your love language, which you'll notice in the, sorry, I'm making a mess here, in this new moon in Leo, is that this new moon is really interesting because we're talking about love language, right? And the love language comes down to what is the way of love that was not being demonstrated in your household is usually your love language. So for example, if mom and dad never hugged you and never gave you like physical touch, then most likely when you go into a relationship, that's going to be something that you might admire about your partner. Another thing too is like, for example, if they never told you I love you, they never said I love you, they never like said words or said great job or like hold that space of love, then for you it might be words of affirmation, right? So the more you can learn about your love language, the better it'll be for you to actually hold space to understand, how is my inner child not feeling loved here in this current present moment? And how has that trauma of not being exposed to this type of love affected me? And in a way, it's great because then we can hold love in other relationships, right? Like that's the beauty of if we're all aware of our love energy. So this is definitely a time during the new moon in Leo that you want to be admired, you want to be, worshipped, ask your partner, where do you want to be seen more? This is a great time if you're in a relationship to get a massage, go for a spa day. And if you're not, do that on your own. You don't need a relationship for that, honey, but do that on your own, right? So this Leo new moon is about like self-care. It's about that loving. It's about specifically like love. Like what is love to you? If it's physical touch, get a massage. If it's word of affirmations, go to a meditation, go to a self-love meditation, go to a healing, go to the healing we have here. Like if it's that, if it's gifts, like gift yourself something today. Gift yourself something that makes you feel good and is intuitively aligned, right? And as I said these cards, I feel like there's one more card here that Spirit's going to, I always say this. So the 3 cards that came up is Unfinished Symphony, Be Fair, and Serendipity. So I love this one because Unfinished Symphony is basically saying like what is not done, right? So we have to go back and Spirit is bringing out what is not done. So how does this relate to our love language? Well, if we don't know our love language, how can we fully open our heart with our partners? How can we fully open our heart with our family members, with our friendships? How can we feel seen and heard? So you Leos, you like to roar, you're roaring with this energy, and that's why it's so fiery with this Leo new moon. So here it's saying like, for you to be seen, to feel loved, to feel empowered, to feel appreciated and admired, you need to understand that finding and discovering more of yourself in this love language is going to help you feel a little bit more secure in yourself, more confident in yourself. So work on practices around your love language. Make a list of 3 things that you want to do on the new moon week, and help you hold space for that. Be fair. So this is a great one, and I just want you to be fair to yourself, being fair to your energy, being fair to your rituals, and just like where you are in your journey. Right now it's interesting because like we have to be fair that our partners, our people in our life will only know what is needed and what our needs are if we don't communicate it, right? We can't expect people to be as passionate as you Leos, right? This is what this new moon is teaching us. The new moon's teaching us that like not everyone's going to be passionate about things that you might like. However, we can hold space to communicate what is our love language and say, hey, like what's your love language? And that's a great activity to do. Like it's definitely strengthened some of my amazing relationships with people, is like learning about their love language and how they want to be seen. Because if they know how I want to be seen, then that's definitely going to reciprocate, and it's going to make sure that I feel fully admired, but also like, heard, seen, loved and confident. I'm going to feel so loved and confident in myself to hold more space in that space for me and for that person. Serendipity, so I love this. Luck, so again, like I said, love is everything. Love is energy. Love is essentially the energy that we all want. We all want love at the end of the day. So I love this because this clover is just representing that, like, we're here, we're in this space of love. We're like, this luck that we want in our life is the feeling of being admired. Like, what we're all chasing for is recognition. It's like being recognized by our loved ones. Like, even if you think of people who give birth, like, one thing that I shared is the Leo, that goddess energy, and the Leo lioness. If we look at the animal kingdom, we look at the woman, like, look at nature. Nature teaches us everything. In the lion kingdom, the women are the one that search and hunt for the food. The men sit here, and what I'm trying to share with you guys here is we're opening our lioness energy, our feminine energy as well. We're cultivating this creation because as the lion's gate opens, we're manifesting. By releasing what no longer serves us, we are manifesting and cultivating new things. We're creating this like little magic pot of good things that we want, right? And one of them is understanding our love language and understanding the love language of those that we love and encourage and want to hold space for, and for our soulmates, because we want to get to know them more. We want them to be more safe in their space, and by them being more safe in their space, they're going to feel more safe with us. We're going to feel more safe with them. Everyone's happy. So this is very important. The third thing that you need to know about this new moon in Leo on August 8th, 2021 is that try not to think that everyone is out to get you. I know I'm really big on protecting, managing energy. It is something that I do. It is one of the biggest practices that I do as a healer. And I think it's important, but I do see that in the Leo full moon, because there's this fiery energy, it's so easy for us to tip into the energy of anger, right? And this is where I'm going to just give you this advice. Release that. Do not suppress it. Because this energy is so dense, I encourage you to pillow scream. I encourage you to have a tantrum in your basement, in your room, in your sacred space, and scream and yell and release this anger. We are being cultivated here to connect with our wild being, our wild woman, men, them, they, like our being of who we are here. So what I'm asking you is to hold space to, when someone feels like you're being attacked, ask yourself, how do I feel that I'm not being admired here? How do I not feel being seen here? Because it's more than that. It's a lesson here. So don't think that everyone is out to get you because of this energy so dense and everyone's going to be on their high fire energy during this new moon. It is going to be very passionate people. Just think about a kitchen of amazing chefs and they're all trying to make one menu. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be conflict, right? So this is just a sign from spirit saying that, like, even though we have all these amazing things coming into this energy, coming into this space, just remember that, with so much fire, we need to allow it to be rooted by earth. And that's where the shaking, that's where the screaming, that's where the dancing and moving the body, static dancing, have a cacao dance in your room. Sounds good to me. That is amazing. I'll get back to that later. But this is a great time to hold space. I want to see if Spirit has any cards for us in regards to the Leo new moon. So chop wood. Yes, I love this card. So this is an analogy essentially of the anger that we're holding here. So this fiery energy is great for manifesting. It is so powerful. However, it allows us to connect with our animalistic, our being, our like wild being, our who we are at nature, right? So here where it's asking us is we need to release and chop that energy out. We're going back to that first point when I said the Lion's Gate is an opportunity to release what is in our DNA, what has been blocking us. What has blocked you? Like really think about 6 months from now, what has been blocking you? Last year when you did the Lion's Gate, if you were with me, that's amazing. Like think about what you went, go back to your journal. If you weren't, just think about where you were in August last year, 2020, and ask yourself, what is that fiery energy that was there? And have you shifted? Has it shifted? Has it evolved? How can I go deeper into this primal? energetic. Like, I might even make you guys do some deep like movement. We'll see what the energy shifts when we do our ceremony together. But all this to say, this is important for us to allow things to push out and just think that not everyone's here to get you. It's about understanding, how do I feel true? How do I feel myself? And what spaces do I feel myself in? And how can I find the right soulmates and manifest the right soulmates and start fresh, perhaps with some new beginnings, new relationships, in order for me to embark my lion, warrior energy. That's what it's about. It's warrior energy. It is so fiery. When I'm talking to you, I just like feel it. I'm like, whoa, I'm feeling it. So the fourth thing that you need to know about this Leo new moon on August 8th, 2021 is new opportunities will arise in relationships and making that money, dollars. Yes, dollars. I'm telling you, lion energy is fiery. We don't joke around what we want. We know what we want and we want it now, and it's like we're getting it because we're open, so it's gonna happen, right? That's the energy here. And there's a catch here. However, we need to be in our space of self-confidence. So I want you to ask yourself during this new moon, what relationships bring you this big energy? There is an album that I think I recommended before. Anyways, I'm gonna just share with you guys a couple songs down in the description box that's gonna give you that big lion energy. Maybe I'll even make a playlist for you guys so you can dance to this during the new moon. Maybe I'll do it like Leo big energy. If you guys want me to do that, put out a music emoji down below. But I think this is gonna help you guys go deeper. And the reason why I say that is because with new opportunities, when we shed things, there's this release happening on the 8th, but there's also this rebirth. It's like, I can breathe again. I can breathe into this new energy. And then you get excited. You want to create new things. You want to create new opportunities. You want to open your heart. You're like, yes, I'm ready for a relationship now. You're like, yes, I want to tell my partner this is where I want to go in our relationship. This is our truth. And that's what it comes with. When new opportunities arise, our truth needs to be said. And when our truth is said, our confidence is at its peak. We are at our highest authentic being. So I'm going to repeat that because that just channeled in. But essentially, if I can remember it, what I'm saying is that if we are able to say our truth, new opportunities will come. And when we say our truth, we have to be confident in ourselves. Battery almost died there, but we are back. So the next thing that you need to know about this Leo new moon on August 8th, 2021 is that we are working with the element of fire. You guys might have noticed with a lot of me hinting with the fire, the Leo, the energy, the passion, the just power and voice here with the Leo at its nature. So here I'm really excited because I'm going to share with you guys a few rituals. I've noticed a lot of you enjoying that, that will really help you with working with this new moon. So one of the biggest things with working with the fire, it's a great time to light a candle as I did here. It's also amazing to do a bonfire if you have access safely to do so and to hold space to do a bonfire and have like a ritual with some friends or even people that you align with as your soul family. I love doing this. I know I will be doing that actually like for the full moon, and I'm probably going to be doing it for the new moon as well, is to be away in nature, and it's just a great way to hold space for the energy. Another thing is to actually burn the letter of your manifestations. So as we hold space to release and let go, we can actually use this to burn it. So I know I shared with you guys in other rituals that you can burn what you want to let go to the universe so you can no longer have that in that space. Well, it's also a great way to burn it to send that message to the universe. So you can actually write down the things that you want to hold space, the things that you want to be confident with, things that you want to open into your heart and manifest the new beginnings in abundance, the new beginnings in soulmates and relationships, whether you know who that person is, or you can simply just, explain what the characteristics of that person in them in your life right now, not acting as if, but holding space for that. During this Leo new moon, it's a lot of this energy of admiring and using this admiring romantic energy to love yourself and to hold space the way that you would want that person to love you if it is a space of romance, and to love yourself the amount you want that money to love you, to attract you, to create this sense of nectar energy. And I say nectar energy because as I'm talking to you guys, for some reason the bee comes in, and the bee represents abundance. So if you notice any bees coming into the space, or bees recently, or I know they've been coming in my garden a little bit more because it's becoming more abundant right now, but their nectar, like their nectar and using the essence of energy of honey can be so powerful. So yeah, even if you want to do like a cacao, oh, that's another beautiful way, sitting down and drinking cacao with some almond milk or oat milk, and then having like a spoon of honey to work with that abundance energy, that loving energy is going to really help you cultivate. So using those fire elements I shared here is going to help you work with the new moon and just really activate this Lion's Gate energy that we have on August 8th, 2021. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to pull out some affirmation videos, or gonna pull out some affirmation cards for you guys, affirmation cards for you guys, and see what comes out. Okay, so we have 4 cards. Awakening. Oh, I love this. Okay, so this is interesting because a lot of these cards coming out has a lot to do with some of the blind spots for Leos, but also some of the things that will come out. So the first thing is loneliness. I know that I'm never alone. Leos, this is one thing you guys don't like. You don't like being alone. And I want you to ask yourself, what are some spaces that you feel alone right now in your life if this does come up, and allowing yourself to come back to this affirmation, write it down. It's going to really help you out, because we have to understand that we also have the unseen world that's supporting us, and you know, to bring community to help you with that. Make sure your community is aligned, and you can manifest what that community feels like to you, what it really holds with you. And you can see that the hands are all holding in this affirmation card, because it's showing that we're holding space and we're creating community. We're never really alone. There's a cycle of connection here. We're part of collective consciousness. Remember that. Abundance. I am a limitless being, and I manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. I love this one. I'm not even going to explain it. You guys already know this new moon is all Leo energy. It's all abundance. How do I hold space for abundance? How do I love it? I'm wearing red. This is red. Like, this is literally the centerpiece of this new moon. So manifest your abundance. Make sure you're being specific with the amount, what you want to do with it. Claim it, okay? You need to claim it. You have this new energy now. You've released it into the portal, and now we're opening a new one. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I just love how universe just brings out these cards for you guys after I've channeled them. And it's like, here's some visuals to affirm. Here are the visuals. So trusting yourself, trusting that you do have that self-confidence, that you can create those boundaries, that you can hold into your energy, your power, that you can roar into this primal energy that you have. And to also trust that, you know, the relationships and your soulmates are here, and that even in the conflict of this fiery energy, this passionate energy, that it's actually pushing you to where you need to go for expansion. This is a time of expansion. You know, we cannot trust if we're not willing to expand. Nothing will change if we're not willing to expand. So you need to ask yourself, are you going to be willing to change, or are you going to be willing to regret what you could have changed? Just going to leave it at that. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Every friendship holds space for us to grow, to learn, and to expand. And some friendships are meant to be with us longer than others. Some are meant for a lifetime, and some are not. But you have to understand, what has these friendships held for me? How have they held space for my heart? Or how have they made me understand a lesson about that? You know, trusting in that space and understanding that, you know, when we can honor what emotion we would want our friends to make us feel by activating that emotion in ourselves, we can feel less lonely, we can trust in the process, and we can be high vibrational. And that's what this lion energy is for us. It's a pickup for 2021. It's bringing us up for that moment that we needed after a year and a half of craziness. And it's like, hey, here's the moment you've been waiting for. I knew something was coming up this year, and here it is. This is literally it. This is Leo new moon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what resonates with you. Don't forget to mark your calendar for August 8th 2021. We're going to be meeting back here. I'll have the link down below so you can put the reminder and like the video as well so you do not miss it. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe, as well as put notification bells. It helps the channel a lot, especially for my subscribers. Some of you guys don't get to see these videos. I just want to make sure you guys see them because I do put that out to help you, to hold space. I do everything around the moon, from like my moon cycle to my business, to my work, to my healings, to my self-care. It's crazy how much the womb can really help us with that in our healing. So I hope that this helps you so much, and I love it does. I see it in your energy, and thank you for being here. I will see you guys on the 8th, and happy Leo new moon. Bye.